Hello guys, my name is Synthetic and welcome back to my series where we try to win the World Championship with Daniel Ricciardo despite starting every race from the back. And as you can see, we were able to win the first two rounds in Australia and China, and yeah, hopefully we can repeat this in Bahrain. And here you can see the results of qualifying, but they aren't so important since we're starting from the back anyway. And now to the strategy and setup. I think the fastest strategy around here is a one-stop, starting on softs and finish on the mediums. And as always, we are using a little bit more fuel to be able to attack in the race. And here you can see the setup I will run. It's basically the same setup I used in AOR. It gives you a lot of stability and good tire wear over the race. And yeah, now to the race. Hopefully we were able to get a good start. And yeah, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. It seems that we got quite a decent launch of the line. We were able to pressure the two Saubers ahead, and there's quite a gap forming ahead of us, so we are trying to go up on the inside of a lot of people. We have now Van Dorn who swipes across us, and we were quite lucky that we got no damage from that collision, and we were super aggressive in the first few laps. We had to go for the inside because there was a gap opening, and yeah, we're now side by side with Danny Kwiat, and again side by side, and here now we are able to push through, use our better downforce to good effect, and we're now all over the back of Lance Stroll. And yeah, it's the most important thing around this track is tire wear. You really have to save your tires to be able to push at the end and not to lose too much time, especially on worn tires. And yeah, that was basically my plan, but it was quite obvious in the first lap to me that something wasn't really working with my setup. Maybe it was due to the performance of the Red Bull, which is a little bit different compared to the online cars, as we were able to make a position on Stroll, and here you can see we are able to dive up the inside of I think Alonso it was, but it was quite a close call because we were side by side through this section as well, which can be very dangerous, but at the end we were able to brake a little bit later and make the position stick and make the overtake stick. And in lap 2 we were able to get very close to Magnussen, who went defensive, so we had to choose the outside line through turn 1, which is actually not that bad. There's quite a lot of grip there, and we were able to make the move stick despite having quite a lot of oversteer at the exit of the corner. And here you can see we have quite a group forming ahead of us, so we have to be very careful not to run into the back of any of these cars. So at this point I try to go for the inside. Again, have to be a little bit cautious and have to leave the space for Vettel in order to not hit him. It was also quite strange to see him that far down the grid. I think he just started in P8 or P9, and quite a solid start to the race. Here we were able to get quite a good launch out of the last corner, and we were able to gain a little bit on the straight, but since there were quite a lot of cars in front of us, we had to be very careful with dive bombs, and this time we chose to back off because it would be quite dangerous to brake really late. And here you can see we got held up quite a lot due to Vettel, and he moves to the right now, and we tried to stay on the left, but here you can see he basically moved on the braking, which caused me to hit him on in the back, which I really don't understand, because moving on the brakes is quite dangerous, and luckily we got no damage from it. And here we are now in lap 5 behind Massa. Our straight line speed was quite good compared to his, and yeah, we were able to make another position stick. But coming back to the topic I mentioned earlier, I had quite a lot of problems with understeer and with the brakes. I had to switch between 54 and 52 all the time, because 54 gave me quite a lot of lock-ups and 52 gave me a little bit more turn in, but yeah, it also demands the tires a little bit more, so I wasn't sure what to take. And yeah, here we are now in lap 6. We managed to get past Ocon, but we also got a warning, so we have to be very careful. And here you can see in lap 7 already a few people in the pits. I think Lewis was one of them, so yeah, I think they are opting for another strategy, maybe 2 or 3 stop, as my teammate went into the pits. But here you can see my laps were quite inconsistent. Sometimes I did faster laps, but sometimes I was 4/10 slower, which was quite strange. And here we are now in lap 10. Lewis is already behind us on a new set of super soft, so he would be a lot faster compared to us. And yeah, I decided to not fight him too much, because it would compromise my race quite a lot, since I'm on the one stop anyway. And at this point, yeah, I decided to not fight him that much, because yeah, the reason I mentioned earlier. So yeah, we basically let him through and try to do our own race, go as fast as we possibly can, and hopefully we'll be able to attack him later. And yeah, at this point you can see we changed the front wing settings to 2 because the understeer was getting to a point where it was really difficult to handle the car, and I wanted to be able to push and not to worry about yeah, understeer or locking brakes or locking tires. And yeah, straight in the first few laps I really noticed quite a difference. The car felt much more comfortable. I had less understeer, less lock-ups, and the car handled quite well. And I still had a little bit of a problem with brakes, as you can see. I put it up to 54%, but I noticed I had a few lock-ups with 54, so I put it down to 52 again, and suddenly my lap times here, as you can see, got quite a bit faster, or compared to 54%, and I was even able to set faster laps. But here you can see a few people went to the pits, and Kimi Räikkönen even got out ahead of us in the pits, so he's essentially leading the race now ahead of us. And I really tried to stay with him, but I knew it would be really difficult, because yeah, newer tires can make quite a difference on this track. And I tried everything I can. Here you can see I really pushed to the limit, but the dirty air and the older tires weren't really helping me. And yeah, I also opted to stay with 52 brake bias now, because the turn in was quite important to me. And yeah, I wasn't too worried about tire wear at the rears, because we started on the softs anyway, and we stayed out quite a lot, quite a long time. And yeah, the tires should be able to make it till the end. But here you can see now we have a few people in the pits again, and we also have now Bottas next to us, and he closed us by a few tenths a lap. So I started to push more and more to keep him out of the DRS zone, but it wasn't really helping. He was really quick, and he got closer and closer every lap. And here he was close to making a move on us, so we have to be very careful in the next lap, because yeah, if we don't pay attention he might overtake us. And at the end of the lap I think there's no way we can defend from this, because his straight line speed is quite overpowered, so let's see what we can do. And well, that was lucky. Just like in Australia, we were saved again by the by the safety car, and we are here now in lap 27. The safety car will go in this lap, and we are restarting the race behind Raikkonen, so we might have a little chance of getting the lead again, and hopefully we'll be able to mount a challenge. And we are also warming our tires, and this time we are also very paying very much attention to when Raikkonen accelerates, so we won't get fooled again by him. And you'll see now he accelerates, and we were able to stay quite close to him, and let's see if we are able to stay with him on the straight and maybe do a move into turn 1. But it seems that we are a little bit too far away, so we now have to defend for our lives, because the cars behind us are on quicker tires and have quicker straight. And here we are now on the penultimate lap into the last corner, and this will be now a fight till the end against the two Mercedes. As you can see, they are closing quite a lot over the straight despite having no DRS, and here we are now side by side with Valtteri Bottas, and we were able to brake quite late, and unfortunately he was able to hold it around the outside, but we got a little bit better traction out of turn 1, and behind us the two Mercs are now fighting each other, which helps us a little bit, gives us a little bit of breathing room, which we definitely need. And at this point we really have to push, because the straight line speed of Lewis is quite incredible, and he has also new tires, so we have to get a little bit of a gap, and hopefully we'll be able to make it till the end. And it's basically the last lap now, and I don't think he is close enough. We did quite a solid job in the second sector, as you can see, and it seems that we are able to get the second place at the end, which is quite a solid result again. And I hope you guys liked the race. It wasn't that entertaining compared to the first two, but I think it was quite a solid race in general. And here we are now for the final corner, and Raikkonen wins the race. He was very quick and had the fastest strategy, and here we are now getting another podium. And here we also can see the final results. We were able to get P2, and we will see what this changes in the driver's standings as well in just a second. And at the end we are leading by 17 points, which is not that much, but I think it will be quite interesting to see how the next races pan out. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next race as well, and goodbye.